afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane Master, Propaganda, Hero of Sight, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to the exciting 1 vs 1 on Holotny Femme of Winter. Between West we got Panther, Angreifen, fighting for Germany. Deutschland, the Oberkommando West, spearheading its way towards the Meuse here with the Panzerlehr. Versus in the East, Princess of Camelot holding the line stoically for King and Country for the 53rd Infantry Division. We're looking at Scavenge, Spec Ops and Elite Armored versus Vanguard, Mobile Assault and Advanced Emplacement Regiment there. With bulletins for Raketenwerfers, Infantry Jägers versus All Infantry there for Princess. We've got Sturmpaniers, Kuhwagens here for Angreifen versus double sections here for Princess of Camelot. Swiftly moving ahead there. Sandbags being laid down. Come on, Alf. Put your back into it. It's heavy. Plus, where do we get all this sand in the middle of, bloody nowhere with all this snow? Shut up, Alf. Don't ask questions. It's better if you don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Quickly cheese bagging up there. Points there being grabbed. Kugelwagen moving up here to engage the munitions point. Fultz Grenadier following up here for Angreifen, heading more centre-southwards. Easy enough, no real direct movement towards the fuel. Might be that Angreifen actually planning a pretty aggressive move to try and disrupt Princess's early game here with the Sturmpaniers, and Fultz is trying to keep her off the fuel and such. Batter base, we got nothing further going on. Then we've got the third section around when they're heading northwards. Sturmpaniers engaging the section out in the open. Fultz grabbing points there. Munitions being secured there as well. Back here we got another Fultz Grenadier squad down the way for Angreifen. Sturmpaniers engaged with the sections. The Lee Enfields singing out there. The Mad Minute, as they're renowned for, because they could lay down a reasonable rate of fire there with the rifles. The train to it. Section up here, there's a Kuhlwagen. Fourth section here, so that's definitely not too useful there from British players trying to go for a lot of infantry sections, though Princess of Camelot is known as a very infantry-heavy player amongst the British players, so she does have a bit of a unique play style in that sense, if you will, since, again, most British players don't really commit to that much infantry. Sturmpaniers run off, if you can see here, in this case, Angreifen sort of pushed towards the fuel pump, in this case, heavily cut off. I mean, usually you don't expect such a heavy infantry presence from the British early on. Quick leg down Samex there, even while the Germans are right next to it. That's definitely some courage up there. Fultz up north, engaged with the section, taking a few losses, but inside the house they will be in a much better condition to fight off the Tommies. Here, unit fuel pump almost secured there for Angreifen. Here we got Samex just being worked hard on, setting up a nice defensive position there for the lads of the 53rd. Point here being grabbed, and we got there more Fultz Grenadiers out there for Angreifen and the Panzerlehr Panzer Division. Section there taking minor losses. We got a very early munitions cache there from Princess as well on the carve points. There's clearly here sort of an emphasis on an infantry-heavy strategy, specifically an infantry-based strategy here from Princess. I mean, looking at the doctrines, they're not a lot of them sort of real elements of certitude, except mobile assault with the flamethrowers, but also advanced cover combat. Would be interesting if she would be the first to actually use it, and I think even use it consistently. Pretty interesting, but clearly something's going on. Again, there's clearly some kind of, infantry strategy there being in mind for Princess. We'll of course have to see how she actually pulls that one off. Fultz is moving from the north up north here. We got Fultz grabbing points there. Points are being secured as well. Fultz Grenadiers are being fired at. Fultz is flanking in here, and we got more sections moving in there. Fultz Grenadier being run off by the sections. And there you go, bolted sections. So again, further emphasis on the heavy infantry play. Again, bold can be a bit expensive there for the British, but again, with their, overall longer term, really nasty section, that could of course pay off quite nicely as long as they are properly upgraded, which again, the munitions cache might in fact help with. More Fultz there for Angreifen. They actually lost one already. They might actually have. Except I can't quite tell. It's a bit difficult at times to get a full brief on that. There you go. Yeah, he's actually lost the Fultz Grenadier squad already there. That's definitely bad news there for Angreifen. That is definitely bad news, and a good start there for Princess. Kuhlwagen there striking at the fuel pond note, taking advantage of the fact the infantry is a bit slow, that some units have been depleted. Very nice sort of a decisive and incisive move there for Angreifen, slowing down Princess's tech up. Certainly versus the British, whatever you can do to slow it down is generally good for you. Up north we got a bit of dueling here between Fultz and the section there, but still getting the fuel pond there up. The munitions cache does protect the carve pond as well, besides providing Princess there, of course, extra munitions here in the early game. And possibly in a longer game as well here, long term. Raketenwerfer on the way there for Angreifen, probably preparing for any vehicles, but also might in fact be planned here to sort of try and knock out the munitions cache, which is surprisingly bullet resistance. There goes section pushed back by us. Swift push there by the Volks in the south. Up north, the Princess is harassing another section, digging it down more sandbags, and there goes section pushed away. You know, Ludwig, yeah. Why do we have to keep firing at this pile of wood and dirt with munitions behind it? Couldn't we just, somehow light it on fire? No, Jürgen. Are you crazy? We don't have the right doctrine for that.
Enemy causing trouble.
Why not? Shut up. More sections moving up. They got a few they upgraded with the field kits. Or medical supplies, if you will. Nothing further out there, though, from the platoon command post as of yet. We got pyrotechnic supplies. There's definitely been an increase, by the way, in pyrotechnic supplies from the British as of late. They're suddenly beginning to realise now to get buffed that, it's actually pretty handy at certain junctures there. So, I mean, that's nice to see. I mean, it's always sad when you get something and people just don't use it. That's always one thing that sort of, makes me a bit unhappy, a bit disappointed. In this case, why is this focusing down the steel punch with the section heavy cover? They're punishing Angreifen just moving up there. In this case, of course, the Volks do get off more hits, but overall they go. Wipes the Steel Pioneer squad. No calls up close. Now mano a mano. The section that should definitely have the advantage. That was some very good, I think, tactical decisions there by Princess. Punishing Angreifen pretty hard and bleeding him out there. I mean, that's a lot of dead Germans. Plus the Steel Pioneer squad this early on again. Plus infantry lost quite sizable casualties there from Angreifen. That's going to take a bit of a while there to replenish. Whereas again, Princess is yet to lose a single unit. At most, the cash is lost. And obviously, that's going to hurt a bit, but not as much as, say, a Volksgrenadier squad and a Sturm Pioneer squad. Sappers there following up for Princess and the 53rd. Section moving up there again, sort of aggressive pressure using the infantry section, striking left and right, using the larger numbers available. So just again push field control. In particular, again, taking advantage of the losses already they inflicted on Angreifen, who's now struggling to catch up and contain. And we do get mobile assault there. Flamethrower on the way there. Again, considering every other sign, it's not too surprising. It does, well, make the most sense, really. Again, munition cache, a lot of infantry sections, a lot of upgrades. I mean, this is pretty much the only doctrine they could sort of really, translate that into, something, of an actual strategy, again, with the flamethrowers, but also advanced cover combat, which, again, is, really not at all utilized abilities, but, offering, I think, some pretty impressive bonuses, which, again, basically means in cover they get some big fat bonuses, but out of cover they still fight pretty well with it, which means, again, you can actually use infantry sections even more aggressively. So that could easily end up being bad news for Angreifen if Princess does push for it. Though, of course, also opening up here for commanders, which can also provide a bit there. But again, all of these infantry sections, plus the sappers commanders, might in this case actually not be the best idea. There's actually a small chance of actually risking too high a manpower bleed, which would actually prevent her from, taking up further and getting any armor out, which could give Angreifen there sort of, maybe short term, a lot of problems, but he can then stabilize the situation somehow. He can actually push back there pretty hard against Princess. Mines down there, by the way, pushing southwards. Academy efforts firing left and right. You got trees there being wrecked. I believe he might almost be doing that intentionally. Still, not a lot of map control here for Angreifen and the Panther there. Tech up going on there. Academy efforts firing at the church, caving in the roof a bit. Sturm Pioneers grabbing the munitions point. So what will Angreifen do here? What will he try to do to reverse the situation? I mean, obviously at this point, apart from me thinks a mechanized regiment and a quick look might work out. Well, obviously not very quick. Oh, wipe the section.
The squad's gone.
Hit the mine there. That's a definite bit of relief there for Angreifen. That's definitely going to relieve some pressure. Force, of course, Prince there to have to spend more manpower on that. Clearing up, flying to fire. And any points for the Germans to hide. Well done there. Angreifen going for the southern resources. They're just trying to push up northwards. Mechanized regiment is going up. Of course, it looks like it's going to be a bit delayed. And at this point, Prince is, in theory, actually rush out a tank roughly at the same time that Angreifen gets out a Luchs. Though a Puma might then, of course, work out as support. Sandbagging up here, section advancing against the Volks because they need to quickly get that ready and need some support from the other Volksgrenadiers. Instead, forced to pull back here. Couldn't quite finish it off in time.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
Troops heading northwards. We've got a section out there, and we got artillery called in here. On the house, I believe. 25 pounder guns there, raining down death. Volks they're retreating. That's definitely going to remove one defensive position there for Angreifen and make it hard for him to defend against Princess of Camelot's large infantry force. A lot of harassment, counter-harassment going on there between the two players. And there go Luchs on the way again with all of this infantry. I mean, a Luchs can do a lot of damage, can bleed out Princess a lot. There, of course, there's always the potential for an armor card to quickly sort of, counter it. And to tank guns with that matter, just trying to rush ahead for Cromwell. There's certainly a few options there for Princess to take, but still, Luchs It should still be able to do a lot of damage there if Angreifen handles it well. In theory, he could also desperately call out a Puma to support it if that becomes necessary. Interesting to note, of course, is yet to upgrade. Though, of course, a few assault rifles in there would definitely give an extra edge there versus all of these infantry sections. Sniper on the way there. More cheese bags here from Princess to cover up the cover. I really, really sincerely wish Relic would get around to fixing that. That's really one thing they could do away with easily. But there you go. Luchs Aufklärungspanzer out there for Angreifen. Focus on the 5 on the section there. Sniper almost done. And now on the prowl here, the Luchs is looking for some easy sections to bleed out and pounce upon. Princess in this case will be rather woefully unprepared for that. There goes section engaged, getting blasted by the auto cannon. Tommy stumbles down. His innards pulverized by the auto cannon. There you go, more losses being inflicted here. 2 kills for the lightest Aufklärungspanzer. In the north, we got section moving northwards there with the sniper converging as well on the northern victory point by a single lone Volksman squad. It's working to grab that point. There you go, sniped. Section under fire from the Luchs. And negative cover. The Luchs can flank them, by the way. He should be able to do a lot of damage there quickly. Up north, folks, they run off. Almost got the fuel point back here. No, by the way, he's being a bit careful there with the Luchs because obviously he doesn't know if there's an anti-tank gun or not. But he's assuming there's, which means he's trying, you know, not to expose it here to any anti-tank gun that can line up just to shoot through there. Of course, if he was aware there wasn't one, he could probably push in much more aggressively and I think punish Princess a lot more. There goes section caught out in the open. Quickly suffering some more losses there to the Luchs. We got tech up there actually, so no anti-tank instead. We've got a straight move there for the Cromwell tank and Angreifen. We've got to have a pair of Raketenwerfers, maybe a Panther and the Sturmpioneers to hold that. Maybe. We're going there for the CoH point again. Certainly no slouch there. Almost got a section there. Almost, but not quite. Sounds like a man went off somewhere. Luchs might want to try and support it. In fact, if the Luchs were to hit up through here, get behind, it could cut off the retreat path of the sniper and the section. If we get the sniper, that would definitely also do a bit, I think, damage to the edge of Princess and, of course, relieve some serious pressure there. But instead, looks like he might try and engage from the front instead of again trying to cut off the retreat path. Possibly assuming there might be mines here. I don't know. Perhaps he's just going to leave it to the Fult's going to do squad instead, which could, in theory, also work out. It's not going to happen with the best chance of wiping out the sniper compared to the Luchs, but can they get him? Come on, Otto, aim properly. You're not asked to snipe, just kill one of the bastards. And there we go, Otto gets the bastard. Definite win there for Angreifen. Of course, now we got a Cromwell inbound there from Princess. Sent in by a nearby armoured brigade.
A capture point is being overrun.
Back here, troops reinforcing, getting in for another push there for Germany. We'll try and go for a point to support like Kedmev to invest the Cromwell. Or will Angreifen be aiming for other solutions here versus his opponent to deal with that? Up here, section here with Bren guns. We got some weapon upgrades out for Princess, increasing the firepower of the already potent 5-man infantry sections. And another truck out here for Angreifen. Could be battle group headquarters, spare panzer quarters will certainly also think be a good choice. Though obviously then any response from that, like a Jagdpanzer, is going to be quite delayed. But up north here, section being flanked here by the Luchs. Again, we're nearby to support the Luchs just in case. Section they take quite a bit of a punish there from the Luchs. Auto cannon raking down the infantry section members. At the same time, folks are being overwhelmed as another infantry assault goes in. We've got the Cromwell moving in. Folks does need to retreat. Almost got the section there. There we go. Cromwell shoots, misses. Kedmev needs to set up here. He needs to get the other Kedmev up there nearby. Unit wiped out. The Foxes were too slow. Few shots down the rear of the Cromwell by the Luchs. Sturmpan is pushed away there as he set up mines. Foxes good to go. But obviously short one infantry squad there of them. Cromwell moving downwards there. Oh dear, strength from the Kedmev close to a mine. Just skirts around it. Damn close there, but can't avoid the Kedmev there with fights. An 88mm rocket right into the rear. Almost got it there. Almost got it. Kedmev coming in fast enough. Theoretically, could maybe cut it off there, but the Luchs getting a few shots for the rear armour. But I'd describe that as a pretty risky endeavour. Meanwhile, we got a fresh section moving up, and now with the flamethrower picked up from the dead sappers. Bit of luck there for Princess that Flamethrower wasn't completely, knocked out. Folks are taking a lot of damage from the sections. Mine goes off there on the advancing section in the south. And up here, Luchs moving in to deal with his troops there. Opening up with its auto cannon, noting by the way, using cautious movement. Okay, now taking up position there. Back here, Battle Group headquarters up there for Angreifen. Needs more infantry. Folks have a section with Brens and Flamethrowers. And back at base there, Cromwell being worked on by a freshly arrived sapper squad to fix up the damage he's done there. Grabbing the centre victory point, Luchs moving in. And fun fact about the battle in the Ardennes, the Brits rather became belated in part because Bradley was actually in control of the sector. Really didn't want to call anyone on help. He hated Patton, well actually was afraid of Patton, and he hated Monty. He really, really hated Monty, so in fact he was kind of willing to let the entire sector fall down rather than call for help on any one of them. And obviously Monty would later prove why he was absolutely hated, by then of course claiming the American completely bollocks it up, and of course the Brits actually all. Obviously the Americans did bollocks it up to a large degree, but obviously that wasn't, all in their heads either.
Supply line's been cut.
But, it didn't really help with relations there. In the end, of course, it was their commander there, Eisenhower, if I'm not completely wrong. For some reason, again, the name is briefly escaping me. But basically still had to sort that all out. And in fact, his large primary job was basically keeping all the other commanders in check. Not so much of a grand strategic thinker, just sort of the one getting all the different personalities to work together, and they sure didn't really work together well otherwise. A lot of problems there. Kedmeth reinforcing up north here, section standing about, Folks moving up. Folks going to do is following up on them. But of course the Cromwell Prince has got a bit more punching power again back on the field. Though of course still has to be careful of the Kedmeths and any mines. Then we can see that Angreifen is actually laying down a lot of mines. Probably banking on the mines, immobilizing the tank, or at least making it a lot harder for it to move. And then using like Kedmeth to deal with it. That's definitely an interesting tactical approach, and definitely not one a lot of players tend to choose. But of course in this case, striking from the north instead, not a bad idea at all. And certainly there's no like Kedmeths near there at all. And soon Prince can in fact call another Cromwell, of course will just go straight for the centre. So that way pressure Angreifen with some serious anti-infantry. Looks there tearing into the section up close there with its auto cannon. Got the Cromwell moving in here from the north. Need to be careful of course with any mines, but so far it takes a path clear. And there you go. Looks drives straight into it. Kedmeth is heading up here. Trying to stay behind him, but in this case what he's trying to do is basically keep out of its arc of fire, out of the turret here. But I fear in this case it's going to be no luck. He's basically trying to turn around so fast here at times. And, oh, so close there. Almost got away, almost got away. Cromwell there backwards, straight into a mine. Hits virtually two. And backs away here. That was damn close to actually managing to escape with the Luchs there. Some really sharp micromanagement there from Angreifen, trying to desperately avoid the cannon of the Cromwell and quickly escape. That was some really sharp turns. I mean, that's definitely not the sort of play you usually see. Grenades off against the church. They're almost knocking it out, but not quite. Section firing back with Bren guns. We also note, by the way, another munitions cache from Prince again, emphasising again the plan overall relies a lot on the infantry, not so much anything else. Cromwell pulling back here.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Heavy machine gun fire there versus the section out north. Fuel pump being caught by the sapper squad again. Cromwell said trying to catch. We've got a smoke screen down here from Princess Cromwell. Smoke shell fired here. Can't you make this thing go faster? No, the engine's on fire. If I make this go any faster, the only thing that'll happen faster is us burning up. In this case, no luck there. The Kedmeth knock it out. Sections coming from the north is going to have to retreat. Then, in fact, looks like it's going to lose the Kedmeth to the Brent sections. But obviously, wiping out a Cromwell there tends to be a good, decent trade-off. Still Angreifen back on the defensive here versus Camelot. Not really able to do that much damage. Quick and sending a grenade there. Section burning up horribly there. Before finally pushed off the centre victory point. And there you go. Princess following up with another Cromwell here. As for Angreifen, he got spare cops. They're chosen. And probably he's not going to go for the spare Panther quarter. Probably going to initially go for the Command Panther. Always a decision some players like to go for when they're pressured. The Command Panther does perform quite well, since it has had, of course, coordinated fire, which basically allows the Command Panther to do a lot more damage to any target, plus of course any supporting anti-tank weapons as well, which is quite handy there. So that tends to be a quite potent thing there, of course. Jump on into the section. Cromwell out there for Princess.
They're trying to take it.
Another Cromwell Mark IV. We got the tank commander on the way there. Always a pretty good upgrade. Section here versus Fulks, but the Fulks got a pretty bad position there. And we also got grenades up here for Princess. Really just so many upgrades for the infantry that we actually haven't really seen any grenades for the infantry sections actually being used, that is. Section went down here. No signs of further advanced combat, or for that matter, commanders. But again, with all these sections, all these Bren guns, obviously commanders might not be quite such a priority choice there. Up north, fuel when we grab, but again, Cromwell strikes. For King and Country, we got one Academy for ready to respond here with its 88mm rocket. There you go. Lands a solid hit on the side armor of the Cromwell. More focus here for Angreifen, who's getting very, very close to the command Panther, the Befehls Panther. Sturmpani is pushed away. And batter base, the healing reinforcement.
Cromwell's ready to roll.
Sturmpani is being healed up as well. Section in the center versus the MG34 covering the center. Sandbags, of course, covering up quite nicely. There's been no attempt at barbed wire there from Angreifen, so you deny the cover. I was about to say sandbags, cheesebagging. That's disgraceful. No support for the MG34 in this case, though. Princess easily deducts that the flank is exposed, of course, hits it. Very well done there. Up here with section versus Bren guns. Oh, quick artillery strike in this case. Angreifen does no to pull back.
Broken.
Good work there.
Jerry has 300 points remaining.
Victory point was Angreifen is certainly behind us. Well, there he's aiming for the command Panther. He's also getting very close. That Bren gun dropped. No, Bren gun dropped.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
And Caesar there with a low number sec. Fulks going to squat, but that's still increasing the DPS notably. Unit wiped though. Unit wiped. Definite victory there for the German army. Another section out there. It's 2 sections down so far. Of course, the loss of Angreifen has still been pretty damn high. Cromwell there joining in with its 75mm gun. Machine guns blasting away. So close to the command Panther. Just a matter of moments now. Again, the fuel harassment there. The constant bit there from Prince that has really delayed as much as possible. I mean, it's a 10 command point unit, but at this point we're at 16 command points, so I mean, there's been quite a delay there against Angreifen, and that's been very nice executed. Mills bomb on there trying to stall them. Another section, and command Panther is ready. Befehls Panther out.
Threatening a capture point. An infantry section
That
of
should
Tommies has been
definitely give some pushback there versus Prince, as long as Angreifen plays his command Panther sensibly. If not, obviously it's just going to be a huge waste of fuel and manpower,
Supplies looking a bit
which would be
squiffy.
pretty tragic.
Line's been cut.
And of course right now, Prince is of course going to struggle a bit versus the command Panther. Obviously the Cromwell's well utilised could flank the Panther very quickly, so deal with it, but again, it does require that. Nice shot there through the terrain before the Panther burst through. And there you go, coordinated fire, increasing the damage on there versus the Cromwell. Cromwell quickly speeds past here. Section moving straight for the Raketenwerfer. Panther misses here. And there you go, Raketenwerfer crewed, but retreats as well. Command Panther moving ahead. Second Cromwell almost done. Interesting enough, not cancelling for, say, a Firefly. That would certainly be one of the easy options here around the trash triangle line. The Cromwell's here to swarm the Panther, knock it out. Over here we got fighting in the centre still going on. Panther section, in this case, cheese bag denied cover. No, just barbed wire.
A capture point is being overrun.
Command Panther doing away there with a lot of cover. Cromwell standing right, section in trouble. Panther backing straight at full speed, and there we go, crushes poor Elvin. Squishes him against the ground. Thankfully, the crew can't hear it from the otherwise noisy tank. Did we hit something, Jürgen? Maybe. Someone's dog? I don't know. I don't speak English. Ha 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 ha. Oh, that's a good one, yeah. Ha ha. Back here, second Cromwell being repaired. Of course, that does again. The Panther now really sort of forces Camelot here, or Princes, to be a bit more careful. That Panther can do a lot of damage. Again, thanks to coordinated fire, it can very quickly punish Princess if she does not play her tanks carefully. And even then, of course, it's still reasonably armored, meaning again, she does also have to place Cromwell's, or her Cromwell's a bit more sensibly to flank it and deal with it, because trying to engage from the front, I mean, it can be a double-edged sword. It can work at times, but it can also backfire quite spectacularly. Mines being laid down, in this case being spotted here. No attempt at Panther power there for Angreifen. Nor any pintle mark machine guns there for the Panther. Full scope's moving ahead. There's Panther going in as well. Losses being inflicted there. Trying to perhaps crush another section there. Beneath the mighty armoured trench, Cromwell's engaging from the south. There you go. Panther being down to engage. Doesn't have to worry about the infantry, so they can't snare it. Shots fired. Shot bounced off the 80mm of sloped armour. The mantle itself was 100mm, is also sloped-ish armour. Shot penetrated there. Panther pulls back. Bit worried there, wants us to keep a distance between it and the Cromwells, where it does overall get the most benefits of its armour. The thing to keep in mind, of course, is the closer tanks get between each other, the higher the penetration sort of gets on the weapons, and the less the armour means. So again, for the Panther, when it takes again, you want to keep it ranged unless you're dealing with infantry, in which case, of course, you want to get up closer rather than with machine guns. There you go, MG42 on the way there to be mounted. Cromwell's trying in towards the centre. Needs to be careful, of course, there's still a Kednev's about. Section moving up here. Overall, a lot of trading territory going between these two players. A lot of death, a lot of destruction up north here. Panther falling back in the face of the section here, not shooting his machine guns at them. Still upon his way up support, batter base healing, reinforcement going on. Just a lot of folks going to these, not say additional Sturm pioneers for more firepower that way, but also in digital repairs. And we've got here the vehicle crew repairs going up there to fix up the Cromwell swiftly, so the saps can keep up doing what they do best, which I don't know what is, which apparently is reinforcing.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Panther switching northwards there to deal with a single section. Fires, wrecks a fence. And there you go, going straight for them, wrecking their cover in the process and driving over poor Harry. George gets shot to bits with the machine guns.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
So making a bit of splash there with the Command Panther in the south here, troops being pushed back. We got the Cromwell striking out again there for King and Country. We got our land matches up here, so we got 3 abilities out of 5 there utilised for Princess. For Angreifen we got, I think, the Command Panther and the assault grenades. No infrared Sturmgewehrs, no flares, no radio silence. Second, they're trying to crush Cromwell there under fire from the Panther. Again, land matches firing away up huge rocket barracks there. Trying to get like kidnappers there. Cromwell's engaging here. We got coordinated fire there. Shots flying, bouncing off against the Panther's armour. And lands a nice hit there. Cromwell down to, well, roughly 1/3 of its life. Panther took a penetrating hit there, but very close to Veterans 1. Second push back by assaulting Fultgers, though not before they suffered quite spectacularly to the Cromwells. A lot of back and forth here. Angreifen still finding a bit on the back foot, but again, the Panther does get a bit more sort of swing at Princess here to keep her a bit more on the back foot and a bit more careful, since the Panther, if Princess isn't careful, could actually end up hurting her a bit. Fun fact about Command Panthers, it was apparently a common modification to actually remove the coaxial machine gun to replace it, you know, with more radios, and of course that's rather what Command Panthers had to do, command, and that requires communications equipment. So a little fun fact there. MG34 on the way there for Angreifen. Fixing up the Befehls Panther. Cromwell sneaking northwards there. Fulton's moving forward into a section wetting with their Bren guns. And of course he's got a Fulton gun escort there with Bren guns as well, increasing their firepower a bit as well. In fact, the German army in the early stages what used to have a similar gun, a Czechoslovakian like machine gun, which is by the way what the Bren gun is based on. That was primarily the Waffen-SS, since the Waffen-SS back in the early stages of the war was actually pretty much sort of considered, you know, second priority, and basically had to make do with what the Wehrmacht didn't want to use, which included a lot of weapons from captured countries and the likes, which included basically sort of the predecessor to the Bren gun. Very fun fact there. Grenade assault off there. Cromwell takes a few of the hits there and gets wiped by a mine. Ah, scheisse. That turned out pretty disastrously there for Angreifen. Panther strikes again for Führer und Vaterland, and there you go, crushes another poor soul here. What? Oh dear, it's because the tree was nearly just running home nonetheless, and he gets away unscathed. Good lord, how did I survive that? You're a wizard, Harry. You must be burned at the stake. Oh no. Promising northwards there. Commander being fixed up. Command Panther. Cromwell's with Savage support there, striking to North Betchy 2 there. Panther moving forward, 5 kills. Cromwell there takes hit from the passing Panther, and there you go, the Cromwell there pulling back as well there. not able to engage the Panther on his own, obviously, but was the Panther Academy was likely going to be following shortly after. And of course, Prince of Camelot utilised this to then strike in the centre instead, though of course the Panther, being fast, should be able to react to that reasonably fast compared to the Kidnappers. Still getting a lot of the southern part of the map here from Angreifen and the Panzer. Panther moving down there. Grenades going off there. I think he's trying to crash again, though he should allow his machine guns to at least fire on the bastards. You know, Fritz, I admire your dedication towards exterminating the Tommies, but for some reason I find myself worried when you just keep trying to run them down. Are you alright, Fritz? Yeah, I just like doing it. It gives me such a rush. And there you go, Panther running back there again. He's just trying to crush them. He's not even allowing him to shoot the machine guns at them. I mean, come on, he might get a few more kills with that. And there we go. Looks like he remembers. There's other things to do rather than just run them over. Second call out there, taking loss of the machine guns. Land matches crawls getting blasted a bit. Fulker's moving in. Actually a bit risky there to expose it like that. And we got our Kidnap opening up. Cromwell moving in there as well. Come on, Panther falling back a bit. Caught near fire there. Grenades off on the section. On the retreat path. Nice move there. Nice move.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Panther taking a lot of hits there from the front of Kednev for moving up. Though Volkswagen is MD-34 charging in the head on assault tip. Pretty risky. No attempt at flanking about there. Catching some elements on the other side. But got like Kednev opening up for the Panther to push forward, which itself is very close to VC2 now. Could, I think, move it a few further steps ahead there. I think uses better range to engage the Cromwell from a safe distance and then get some extra experience. Looks like a weapon there was dropped. Another Bren gun. Another Bren gun left behind by the Englisher. Schweinhunden. Cromwell pushing forwards again. Like Kednev setting up the exposed this time. Panther needs to get up forwards there. Kednev are down. Cromwell Panther lands hit. Kednev lands hit as well. Almost VC2 there. Moves forwards for Deutschland. And there you go. Gets the Cromwell. Panther shoots. Almost 52. Corner fire. There we go. Extra hit from damage from the Kednefer. And there you go. Panther lands the killing blow. They're knocking out both Cromwells. And the interesting thing is, it's not like Princess didn't have the resource to either go for Firefly, even a Comet to support the Cromwells versus the Panther. So, and again, the way that Princess was playing in clean against, she had no interest in flanking. All she could also just go for more Cromwells to try to swarm it. So, I mean, definitely some problems there, I think, for Princess. Again, perhaps the heavy infantry emphasis might have also dulled her sense on armoured warfare, because again, I think she did miss out on an opportunity to basically wreck the Panther quickly and then sort of deal with the rest of the map. Again, had she just supported the Cromwells with a Firefly or Comet, she'd have a much stronger position. And again, she did have the resource. Again, she's been having such a huge resource advantage. It's a bit odd she didn't do it. But fixing up the Panther there. Bren going to be secured here by the Fulkers as well. So that's definitely going to be a rather heavy weapons team there with double Brens. Panther almost good to go. As for Panther aces, I don't know so much of many of them except Ernst Bachmann. And the funny thing about Ernst Bachmann is, if you actually get to read any of his sort of your combat reports, he refers to himself in the third person. He was also apparently sort of head star, supposedly, you know, destructive ambush in an American armored column. A bit a la Whitman. The problem is, though, none of the American records mention losing. And of course, you know, they could still have happened. I mean, sometimes, you know, these records aren't always accurate, but, you know, considering we're dealing with a man who refers to himself in the third person, who knows? Who knows? He might have just made it off there. I mean, generally, I don't trust persons who refer to themselves in the third person. And again, he did so. It's a little fun fact there. Gunning down Usa again, crashing away. Machine guns, they're getting off a lot of kills, almost wiping out a sample section up close. Trying to, there we go, got the Bren gun, but it's get wiped nonetheless there. But in this case, I think Princess was just trying to deny it to Angreifen. And there we go, we actually got here advanced cover combat. The field's a bit late here, but still actually utilised the ability. 6-pounder gun being covered here, troops pushing to the south. Another Cromwell, nope. Going for another 6-pounder gun, where again, I do part of me think, you know, a Firefly would be good. In this case, the Panther's actually just gunning down the 6-pounder crew because he was able to catch it off in a bad position because Princess sent it in with no infantry screen. Again, that's important to keep in mind. There he goes, going to wreck it right in front of Princess's base, and there's nothing Princess can do about it.
HQ is under attack. Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
One more hit there, one more hit. 22 kills. Section here, under fire from the MG34, but the MG34 is almost wiped out. Needs support from infantry. And there you go, 6-pounder gun wrecked. Land matches, at least managed to escape here. And the Panther rolls back here pretty safely. Could break the second munitions cache up there for Francis. Trench on the cut-off point. Section stealing the MG34 there. At least attempting to, they are suffering quite a bit in the process. Good to see a section there wiped. Oh dear, veteran free section with pyrotechnic supplies. Would be a sizable loss there for Princess and the 53rd Infantry Division. Fuel point then again harassed. I mean, really good consistent harassment there by Princess. Just wish her armor usage and teching was a bit more consistent as well. Section pushing back like Kedner for that. 6-pounder gun landing a good hit on the Panther. Looks like a blitz is attempted now. Another hit there. Halfway to Veteran's fleet, Panther rolls back. And the section they're holding up in a barely standing trench. Okay, everything engaged. We've got sappers on the way there for Princess. More sappers to replace the ones gunned down there by the Panther. That's 26 kills Panther. They're pretty impressive. Good work there by Angreifen. But again, the lack of any serious sort of anti-tank there from Princess obviously doesn't hurt.
The ability is ready now.
Land matches firing in there, trying to bombard the German positions. Going here for the Schwerpanzer CoH2. He's actually going for some Obersoldaten. Infantry and them would actually, I think, help. Though he's not too far off from going for the Panther 4 either. And of course, we'd also just try and go for a Panther to support the Command Panther, which could, I think, also be a pretty potent combo. Trenches being dug here by the CoH point. Further trenches it is. I mean, it's funny how she's, defending the CoH point in the field when she's not really making great use of the fuel. Again, there's been no sign of the Firefly yet, and again, no templates for I'm taking up either for the Comet or for the Churchill tank. Though, of course, versus the Panthers, the Comet will probably be the sensible choice. Again, a Churchill could screen the Fireflies quite effectively, so that could also be an option. So that could also be an option there for Princess. But either way, an option needs to be chosen. Panther 4 there on the way for Angreifen and the Panzer Leer Panzer Division. Incendio get off against a section there, denying them the cover. Attempted flank here, running into a hornet's nest of angry Tommies. Well, semi-angry anyway, so they caught a bit off guard there. And there we go again, advanced cover combat. Troops out in the open and now much more lethal there to the German infantry. There's the section specifically, and there you go. Forced to retreat. Again, Memphis blasting away. Panther 4 almost on ready to work with the Panther then. Command Panther moving ahead. Almost wiping up Volker squad there. And again, I'm surprised more British players don't try to use advanced cover combat. Go figure. Panther moving up there. Again, if there you go. Tries to crush again. He's really intent on crushing as many British troops as he can. Shot bounced off there by the 6-pounder gun there. Good work, good work. Sturmpine is there at the front, taking quite a bit of damage to the flamethrowers and the Bren guns. The Panther just keeps murdering away there. And there you go. Panther 4 arrives under the guidance of the command tank with accuracy and sight boost, amongst other things, I think. Accuracy boost as well, making the Panther 4 already without interventions, a bit more lethal than most regular Panther 4s. So good work there, good work there. Though he should keep working with the Command Panther most of the time, so he can actually take advantage of these bonuses. At least he actually, try to, get some out to work with Command Panther. I mean, some players just go for the Command Panther and nothing else. I mean, thumbs up there to Angreifen. Section down the 5 for the Crom in the centre. We got points being grabbed. Rockets did a bit of damage to the Schwerpanzer quarters, but mostly, did damage to the snow. Panther 4 then trying to crush, but also just keep pushing back the section. There you go, gets a good hit there up close. Prince is now a bit more on the back foot, though. She is finally going for the Firefly again. She could have that much sooner again to support the Cromwells versus the Panther. So again, I do feel like it's a bit too late now. On its own, it might actually be a lot more exposed, in particular again versus the Command Panther now supported by Panther 4. A few wrong moves there, and that Firefly could easily be lit on fire.
He's trying to take a point from us.
Mines going down there. Prince, of course, doing better to defend the fuel points, but again, not so much utilising the fuel again, which just strikes me as weird. Panther there firing away. Sappers pushed back there by the Panther 4. Panther could actually flank the 6-pounder gun by trying through it, but of course not where there's a mine there. Either way, Going straight for the 6-pounder gun. Firefly almost done. Panther 4 following up here, going for the sappers. Bickers, oh no, that's in. You've heard right in the trench. There's been no Bickers build. German troops advance to get straight to the machine gun fire there from the section and the machine gun. Mine hit them. We got the Firefly almost sitting there. Panther 4 needs to pull back. Needs to pull back. Scheiße, and there goes German Firefly arrives there with a 17-pounder gun. Lands a good hit there on the Panther 4. 6-pounder gun already reinforcing here. Almost got the Panther 4. One more hit, one more hit. Coordinated fire there on the Firefly, and there we go. Takes a hit from the Panther. But the Panther 4 does go up in flames, and the flames do produce a large black smoke cloud, which does protect the Firefly from the Panther. So ended up being a bit lucky there. Panther pulls back down to intense fire from the anti-tank guns. Trench down. I mean, now Camelot is a lot more than the defensive versus Angreifen, a lot more. Machine gun wipe there, could grab him back. Cash about to get knocked out as well here. Command Panther, super close to Infantry fleet. Foxes they're about to get wiped out there, and there you go, another 6-pounder gun hit there. Land mattress unleashing hell. Not entirely sure what specifically she's shooting at, but it seems to be having minimal effect. Up north, we got an MG-34 there inside the house. They're covering up the northern victory point, though it's not really the strongest position. And the southeast section successfully pushes back the Kedner for defending the fuel point. Firefly needs some repairs. It is getting repairs. Should also consider at least the commander. Of course, the tulip rockets could also help a bit. Panther, I don't know why he's not allowing the tank to shoot at the infantry as he closes in on it. It feels a bit weird there. Quick shot there from the high velocity gun, which did have less impactful high explosive rounds compared to the Panther 4, simply due to the higher velocity, which means the shells itself need to be thicker to withstand the pressure on the shell, which means less room for high explosives. It's also one of the reasons why initially Sherman commanders weren't too keen on the 76mm Sherman, because, well, less impressive high explosive rounds for dealing with infantry. Quick grenade assault there. Almost got a section there with the Volkswagen. They push forward with Bren guns and assault rifles. In the south here, another Bren Volkswagen moving out. There's actually got 2 squads with Bren guns now here to deal with the Tommies. That is reasonably impressive there. A bit worrisome though for Princess. Oi, Sergeant! Who's been giving the Huns all our guns? Quickly sending it against the machine gun. Firefly ready with tulip rockets. Machine gun needs to get out there before it cooks up in the trench entirely. But Princess, the Panther's really done a lot there for him again. It's basically punished Princess for again not getting any sort of serious anti-tank, or at least not using the Cromwells in larger numbers and more offensively against the Panther. Basically trying to play around, just trying to decisively deal with it quickly. So that's definitely been, I think, a success there for Angreifen. Plus, he's actually utilised armed support, though of course the first one ran into a lot of problems, specifically in the form of a mine, which pretty much made it dead meat in front of the Firefly. There's certainly a lot more pressure on Princess again. Things are beginning to look grim here for the 53rd. The Panzer layer is turning the tide. The assault might actually go off there against the Meuse. And the Command Panther's closing in on Veterancy fleet. It's not very often you get a Command Panther that hits those levels of Veterancy here, but Angreifen is pulling it off nonetheless. Section advancing there with Bren gun in hand. Flamethrowers on the sappers. Sappers gun down, crushing the cover. Good work there. But there you go, Firefly shoots. Misses by the looks of it. No sort of sign or sound of the shots bouncing there. Firefly quickly pulls back there. The Sherman VC. Which, by the way, was actually quite inaccurate at longer ranges due to the fact the gun was too big for the turret. It was actually awkwardly spaced within there, meaning it was also awkward to load for the gunner. So not only did it take a bit longer to load, it also was a lot harder to hit with at longer ranges, which isn't not something that gets mentioned a lot there about the Firefly, but that was the case. Obviously, it wasn't the only thing they mounted it on, in fact, the 17-pounder gun. In fact, they also mounted on the M10 tank destroyer,
They're down to 100 points.
which I do believe made for a potent tank destroyer.
Supply is looking a bit squiffy.
Up here we got the Panther gain here section, taking a bit of losses. Might actually be a Piet there. Yes, we got Piets now to try and deal with the Panther. And there you go, crushes more. He really, really likes crushing infantry with the Panther. I don't think I've seen anyone so intent on trying to crush infantry with the Panther as Angreifen. There we go, Vetchney free. Increased mobility, increased rate of fire. More sappers for Princeton again. So much fuel being floated. I really think that's a bit of a flaw in the plan again. It's great to only have an infantry focus, but you still need some armor to work with it. And at the very least, you know, get some more Fireflies out. Get some more Fireflies out there to sort of try and deal with that. More trenches with Tommies in them. More land matches fire. The land matches is having limited success there against the Germans. Firefly needs to get moving in the south here. We got Sapper's second push back. Let's get into full. We've got another Panther 4 there for Angreifen. Pretty confident he does not need another Panther. Just Panther 4 here to deal with the Tommies. Of course, some Orbital Soldaten would not be a bad choice.
Ready for anything.
Firefly there slowly rolling ahead. Also another fun fact, Fireflies was usually organised into a Sherman platoon with 3 sort of regular Shermans and then the Fireflies supporting them, or Cromwell platoons, but again sort of the same distribution. Rarely though they might actually be organised into their own independent teams, but generally there were never enough Fireflies to go about for that to happen. Maybe later in the war, but for example in Normandy and sort of a bit beyond that, generally sort of 3 Sherman tanks or 3 Cromwell supported by a Firefly. I do know that much about the sort of allied organisation in that level. Folks, here there's a section there. Second Panther 4 out there for Angreifen. Usually though platoons will not of course be mixed like that with a Panther commanding Panther 4s. Now, there were cases where Yak Panthers in the sort of initial stages of them were actually commanded by Panthers. Little fun fact there though. Sadly though we do not have Yak Panthers in the game. Excellent tank destroyer. Incendiary grenade off in the section there. Panther back for repairs. Good work there. Always vital to properly maintain your Panther. We also got a few flares off there. Still no sign of additional tank destroyers. So heavy armor there for Camelot again. Comet would be nice. More Fireflies would be nice. Because at this point the Command Panther himself is just itself a very dominant sort of combatant, but of course with the Panther 4 near to it, it becomes even worse, because now the Panther 4 will benefit a lot from an increased mobility, rate of fire, increased accuracy, plus of course the Panther, on top of that coordinated fire, it really means that any sort of engagement can quickly swing in the favour of Angreifen unless Camelot there handles it very correctly. And there you go, going for Cromwells. Again, I don't think Cromwells at the moment are the right solution.
We're losing a capture point.
Unless she gets a lot of them, and currently she isn't. So again, more Fireflies, so Comets would right now benefit Camelot a lot more here versus Angreifen. Also another Bren gun left behind there. Sturmpanzer is making a run for it. Panther 4 up in this section, gunning them down. Sturmpanzer with Bren guns as well. Firefly advancing, needs to be careful there. Panther is not close enough there. Go Panther 4 lands an excellent hit there with its 75mm gun.
We have 200 points
Cromwell
now.
pulling up. Panther 4 moving in. And lands a good hit there. Veteran 2-1. Folks, they could clear out the anti-tank gun. Panther 4 going in for it. No, pulls back. Panther arriving in there. Go guns down the anti-tank and crew. Swiftly and brutally. 40 kills to the Command Panther. Here's section versus Fultz Grenadiers. More Fultz joining in. Like Kedna firing in.
Capture point.
And the
Trying to take it.
Cromwell number 4, I think, arrives there for Princess. Firefly pulls back. Folks, here there's a section. And Panther moves in here. Taking some losses there. Cromwell moving in, but with no Firefly support. This is a pretty risky proposition there by Princess. Very risky, in fact, a bit unwise. And there you go. Panther lands a quick follow-up there with a coordinated fire. Panther 4 not ready to support though it has been quickly fixed up with the Sturmpanzers. There you go, Firefly lands a hit, but the Panthers almost got the Cromwell. Oh, Tulip Rockets allows the Cromwell to get away there. And damn close. Almost 52 then, the Firefly land matches fires. And there we go, Victory 2 on the Firefly, increased rate of fire. That definitely makes the Firefly a much bigger threat now to Angreifen's tanks, specifically the Command Panther. Land matches crew though bites the dust. The Panther 4 makes short work of them. Needs to be careful to pull it back before it feeds the Firefly more experience. Because the last thing Angreifen wants is that Firefly to take veterans to flee. At which point it becomes a huge threat, since he'll then be able to do a lot of damage and do it quickly. I mean, as a rule of thumb, as a German player, the last thing you want to give the British player is a veteran to flee Firefly.
Threatening a capture point.
Because no tank is going to be safe against that. No tank. MG34 still fighting from within the tiny shed. Section a bit of trouble with the MG34. Veteran free gained. Could perhaps pop some incendiary armor to increase damage there. Section pushing up once more there for King and Country, but again, increasing the battlefield is looking quite devastating. The increasing the Germans are looking a bit dominant. There we go. Panther 4 strikes. Flamethrower dropped. And the section almost crashed. Panther pulling back for repairs, certainly a good idea. In fact, very close to veteran to 4. That's even rarer to see. Increased range on all the supporting vehicles. Or vehicles it's supporting. Sturm Pioneers with another Bren gun by the looks of it. Or was that another Sturm Pioneer squad? No, that's a flamethrower actually. Never mind. Never mind me, that's me being silly. More Cromwell again. Not additional Fireflies. I mean, maybe 2 Cromwell supported by now veteran 2 Firefly could work out, but apparently still prefer, you know, another Firefly or a Comet here. Panther 4 wing supported by the Fulters with the Bren guns. Fulters moving from the west back here. Panther being fixed up, close to veteran 4.
We're losing a capture point.
Cromwell moving in here. The battlefield has certainly been quite scarred here. Panther slowly being fixed up here. Fulters taking losses from the Cromwell.
Tank ready and waiting.
Cromwell gun tank.
There we go, another Cromwell out there for Princess. Section heading southwards. And the Panther gets ready close to veteran 2 itself. Fulters in a lot of trouble. Going for the victory points, actually noting Angreifen is really low in victory points. There's a small chance, of course, to pull through victory through that if Princess can strike sharply and decisively enough there against Angreifen. Okay, Memphis creeping in. Panther 4. Panther looks like to be linking up here. No, never mind. The Panther heading southwards, away from the Panther 4 actually. Should try and work together with it, since again that overall means they're together more powerful. There we go. Panther 4 joining up there, benefiting from the Command Panther's volumes of experience. Section in a lot of time to want it. There we go, Veggie 2. Now the Command Aura means that Panther 4 is an absolute killer. Down here, Panther opening up the section, closing in a Veteran 4 itself. He's just mercilessly machine guns them. And there you go, Panther 4 lands an excellent hit there. We could see a wipe there, probably will see a wipe. Or not. Oh dear, machine guns took care of it. Super close, there's a Veteran 4. 45 kills. Command Panther northward straight to the armour. A Kedmap's opening up there. Cromwell's almost knocked out there. Panther lands an exit. There we go. Veteran 4. Coordinated fire as well. Panther 4 moving up. And there we go. Shoots. Misses. Firefly holding back. They're not joining up. Can't do up course due to the Kedmap. There goes shoots. But bounces off the Panther's thick frontal armour. Section being pushed back here.
Report in. The enemy only have 50 points left.
50 points left. Gonna be close, gonna be close. Another Firefly finally on the way from Princess. Mine hit for the Command Panther. Firefly then engaging next strike. There you go. Panther 4 going in for the kill. Shoots, misses. Or fails to penetrate. Hard to see there.
Damned enemies trying to take a
With everything else going on. Firefly pulls a bit further back. There we go. Lands another hit. Super close to veteran fleet, but can't pursue due to its low health. And the fact that these tanks do have, of course, a lot of range. Oh dear, going in for it nonetheless. They go straight into the Panther. Tulip rockets. Holy moly. Veteran fleet. But low on health, and there you go. Panther 4 goes in for the kill and gets it.
My lord, a tank's been lost.
A bold gamble there by Princess, but in this case did not pay off. Resulted in the ace crew there being blown to bits by the Germans. At this point, Princess looks pretty much wrecked. Pretty much wrecked. troops barely standing. Firefly rolling
The
out.
capture point is being overrun.
But the Germans are quite dominant here with machine guns, Arcadenevers, and a lot of armour. And there you go. Princess leaves the battlefield. Game over. So there we go. A brutal battle. Prince of Camelot leading initially with a very strong infantry strategy, but overall, again, the problem was basically when sort of had to transition into the mid to late game and into the command Panther. Basically, Princess wasn't able to create sensibly react to it again. And in particular, when you consider, infantry heavy strategy, you'd figure you want, bigger sort of stuff there, like Fireflies, Comets, or Churchills to work with it. But instead, she went for sort of smaller Cromwells, which again would work well in the infantry support role versus Panther Force, Wehrmacht Panther Force, but problem is, versus Command Panthers, that runs into a lot of problems. And that's sort of basically it. I think in this case, again, she had a strong strategy. Promise the strategy was too rigid, and I don't think quite prepared for sort of encountering, heavier stuff like the Command Panther, and that ultimately cost the game. Angreifen strategy initially was weak, but again, he was able to bounce back, stabilize, sort of turn the situation around Princess of Camelot, punishing her hard for, her armor issues. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed the match. Hope you learned something from it. Hope it gives you additional matches. If you did, subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. Also, thanks to Dog Holiday for donating to the Propagandacast and supporting the worth it. Most appreciated. Most appreciated. A big thanks to you from the Propaganda Ministry. This is Imperial Lane signing off. See you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Cheers.